James Banks here. I'm here with Tasteless for UpCloseGamers. How's it going?
I'm doing good. I just finished a pretty long day here, about 4 hours or so. But it was a good day. A lot of fun. Feeling good. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Thank you. Nice to meet you too. So you've been out in Korea for a long time. You're pretty much the premier casters out here with Tasteless. Who do you reckon is the current best Korean player? Say like top 3.
Well, Bomber lost today, but I think I'm supposed to say Bomber. I still think he's really good. Nesty definitely, no matter what. And then it's kind of a tough one to say. Honestly, I don't know who the third would be right now. It's a little bit tough for me to say, especially because Codes right now is really good. So, and we have a lot of upsets. So.
Okay, so looking now at like we've got players coming back to Korea now, like Hydra, Huck's still out here, and like, do you think everyone is now coming back because they realize they can't get the same style of practice?
Yeah, actually I do. I know that like when Artosis and me would say in CAS, like the other servers sucked, and everybody's like, no, that can't be true. Like in the European servers, people seem to be pretty good. But the truth is that actually, like when every player that comes out here that's a non-Korean to play, they're like, oh my God, this server is really, really hard. Like, you know, it's even hard for me to get into Masters in that on the Korean servers. So I think, yeah, a lot of people are coming out here just to get some training and get some experience playing against Koreans. And then, you know, they feel like, well, most of them feel like then they can go to an international event and perform a little bit better. Okay,
so coming on to like the Korean players going over to foreign teams, so like right. Puma's now at EG, you've got Rain who's with Fnatic. How important do you think that is for like the community and the scene? Because it seems like they're getting treated better at the foreign organizations rather than at the Korean ones.
Well, I mean, it's always a big privilege for these foreign events to have a Korean come down there. But I'm sorry, I've just finished that, guys. What exactly was the question again? I'm sorry.
So, like, how important do you think it is for the foreign teams to support these Korean players?
Oh, I think it's really important. I think what I want to see, what I really hope can occur, is that there's just more globalization of esports. Basically, just you know, we have a lot of international players down here doing GSL. They have the ability to go do international events like MLG, which I'm about to fly out to. And yeah, so I think it's really important that both sides support each other.
Okay, so now looking at, say, like the Korean players are always flying out to these events. They're taking the top spots. Do you think you see maybe in a year's time that it's just like StarCraft 1 where all the Korean players are at the top and the foreigners can't catch up? Can you see that happening?
I would say this. I'd say if you're not in Korea training, I don't see you winning a tournament if there are Koreans there, unfortunately. I mean, I wish it didn't have to be like that, but if you want to be serious about it, you got to kind of come out here, make a sacrifice, train. I mean, look at somebody like Huck. Huck, I think he's very talented. I think he's really smart. I really like the guy. But the inherent advantage that he had, and he's one of the only people that I think we really see competing with the Koreans, is that he made the sacrifice and came out here, and now he's reaping the benefits of that. Yeah. So I think, you know, we just had Naniwa come out here. He's going to be out here for probably like a while. I don't know the exact amount, but I would expect to see him have even more success because he's going to be training with the best.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what we do at UpCloseGamers is we try to give advice to people. Now, you're like one of the best casters, but I can see, and so can a lot of other people, there's casters giving people the wrong information and they're just jumping into it because it's so easy to do now. But what advice would you give to a caster who's trying to improve as a commentator?
I think first of all, you want to figure out your own kind of style. I mean, at GSL, because they are long days down here, Dan and me try to have some fusion with comedy, make some jokes, make a little bit of randomness, not make it too intense. So definitely try to figure out your own style and figure out, you know, whether it's a online tournament or a live event, what kind of style best suits that. I think another one that may shock a lot of people is if you really want to improve as a caster, pick a few people that you really trust and think are smart and have them watch your stuff and use their feedback. Like, you know, I have a few friends that don't play StarCraft that I make watch the GSL, so then they could tell me if it seems like it's translating, like it's actually making sense. I have some pro gamers that I have watched, and they'll give me feedback. I have a friend who's a professional sports broadcaster. I have him watch it, and that's the best way to get feedback. What you don't want to do is get on use online feedback, because generally they're going to identify mistakes that you're already making or that you already know if you just watch it yourself. So it's important to get feedback, but also get the right, most useful kind of feedback.
Okay, great. So any final words, anyone you want to promote or anything you want to shout out?
To everybody who watches my cast, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And please keep watching the GSL. Check out the handsomenerd.com. That's the clothing line Artosis and I have. So definitely check that out. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Is there anything else, Artosis, I need to shout out to? Twitter. Oh, yeah, our Twitters. That was close. That's good. Add me on Twitter. I'm Call Me Tasteless. And Artosis is Artosis. And that does it. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.